Hey, what's up, guys? Lane here with Remodel Commanders. Today is day 141 of the $2 million Contractor Charity Challenge, where I was given $100 in a truck to build a $2 million contractor. Immediately sold the truck to get the working capital to get the thing off the ground, and convinced Peter here to become my partner in the deal. Some days I wonder who's getting the better end of that deal, but regardless. Today's interesting in that we got $1 million on the table this week to get prepared for, and so tomorrow we're going to prepare a risk report, and I'll show you what that looks like. A risk report is when the homeowner says they already have plans, or a risk report is when the homeowner already has bids. And so we're entering into a competitive situation where we don't have any leverage. Well, we're going to manufacture leverage by ripping their plans to shreds, determining what change orders they can expect, defining that as risk, and then asking them if they're comfortable with that risk. They never are. And then we present our deal like we would anyway. So I'm actually going to take you behind the scenes with Peter tomorrow to go through that risk report, because it takes about 2 hours to discern. But today we're preparing for, what are we preparing for, Pete?
So this is
looks like
this is go ahead. I thought that was a question. My bad.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah. What are we preparing for today?
Well, this is a design feasibility. It's a proposal on. It's interesting. So there's a DADU on the property already. It's at 200 square foot, and they would want to expand it to 900 square foot. The reason for that is for a investment kind of family situation. Okay. So when relatives come over, they have a place to stay, similar to an in-law. They also like their bathrooms, so they would like to extend part of their house and put 2 bathrooms. So it says 2-story addition, approximately 240 square foot, and on
normal level. So
yes,
so what's the footprint of each bathroom? So really we're looking at 10 by 12, 2 stories. So we're looking at 480. Any complexities in changing the roof pitch?
No, it's on a flat side, so we can pretty much do whatever we want with it. It's not going into the current pitch. So
okay, and nothing crazy with the site plan, like any crazy engineering, retaining walls and shit like that we got to build.
No, the only thing that I see is that it appears that the house is built on a slab. So when you're talking about the first floor drainage, the waistlines, that's the only thing that we're really going to have to conquer when it comes to design and feasibility, as well as the septic situation for both the DADU and the house. So during this time, we're going to have an engineer go out there and see if I think it's 800 or 900 gallon septic system mentioned. So I just don't know if that's going to be able to handle a 2-3 bedroom plus a DADU.
Probably not. But okay, so put a pin in that septic and drainage. We'll come to that in a second. How many bathrooms are we putting in?
1.5 total across 2. I guess you can say both dwelling units would be 3.5.
3.5 baths.
3.5.
But all right. So, but for this project, I'm confused. We're only pitching what are we pitching the addition or the DADU?
Both.
Okay, so this is more than so it's 480 square feet in the DADU. How many square feet? Or I'm sorry, 480 square feet in the 2-story addition. How many square feet in the DADU expansion?
700.
So we're adding 700. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna put this in there just for my notes. All right. So just in the addition, how many bathrooms are going into the addition?
2.
Okay, and how many gross profit? You know where my head's at. How many square feet do you think this is?
So 240 the addition house with 2 10 by 12 bathrooms. So that's 120.
So how many square feet a bathroom?
120 per bathroom.
So okay, so half of this is bathroom. Okay, so the bathroom. I mean, the bathrooms, and what are we doing? Bellevue Nice? Are we doing builder grade? Are we doing award winning? What are we doing?
We do Bellevue Nice for the main.
Okay.
And that would be addition portion, the 240 square foot.
Okay. So 240 on the bathrooms and like dollar per bathroom on, or dollar per foot in the bathroom. What do you think? 400 to 600?
Yeah, I would say it's maybe I would say 300 to 500.
Well, 300 is going to get you a shell, but a white box. But for a bathroom, man, okay. So what I'm trying to break down is two 10 by 12 bathrooms. Is there a tub in there? Is a shower?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's a big fucking bathroom, dude.
Yeah, it's a big bathroom.
So we're probably looking at 400 a foot on the low end. So for each bathroom, we're looking at probably 48,000. That's about right. So then for the other 240 feet, which is common area and the shell, yeah, we could probably build that for 315 a foot. So then when you add those two, anyway, let me see what you got here. So 349 to 418 in your scope. Okay. Yeah, that was about right. So hold on. So you're 75 plus 9,600, and that's 85. And then for your 700 square foot DADU, and you said there's going to be a bathroom in there?
Yes, 1.5.
What about 1.5 bathrooms? And what about kitchens?
Kitchen, very, very basic kitchen.
Okay. All right. So I'm thinking the total, the combined square footage on this, probably 375 on the low side, plus 96,000. I'm just ballparking this before I take a look at your stuff. 358, 500, and you're showing. It's Peter. It's scary, dude. I was going for the low, and look where your low was, and look where my low was. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And so 15 G's for the retainer. Let's break that down. So getting the red line. What do you think? 40 man hours?
Yeah.
Between the draftsman and the draftsman and the gosh darn estimator.
Yeah.
And then probably another 15 hours for interior elevations. And then another 10 hours for selections. And then another, what's that?
I would add 10 for red line as well.
Yep, 10 for red line 2. And then another 10 hours for selections. And then we're looking at, I want to say 15 hours to convert it to construction documents to get it permit ready. And then 8 hours for trades day. So at 108, so I'm at 108 hours. You're packing in 15,000. If I divide that, so here's the thing. 15. This is what I'm looking for, is a 60% ratio from retainer to what we expect final cost to be. So 15,000 divided by 200 an hour comes out to 75 hours. If I divide that by 108, that's perfect, Peter. That means we're going to be popping them again to refill their retainer sometime during selections. That's you engineered that perfectly, pal.
Thank you,
dude. It's almost like you do this twice a day. Okay, but as far as your breakdown, just looking at this right away, I love how you break out fixtures and finishes, and you break out bathroom and kitchen, and you're showing that as Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, one thing I do with that. So when they start pinning on price, what I do is I say there's two ways that we can value engineer your project, and that is going to be through fixtures and finishes, which these are on allowances, and that's how it goes into our old contract, and scope of work. So I kind of give an outline based on a predefined spec sheet that I built based on what we call Bellevue Nice,
Can
and that's how
you
this is built out.
can you change that from an allowance, because that's quote language, and change that to estimated budget?
Okay.
Yeah, I'd change that word allowance to estimated budget, or say projected budget. Projected
Project.
budget.
Okay.
I like that even better. And instead of parking spot, I'm going to change that word to parking space. Is it a carport? Is it covered? What is it?
It's just a parking. You literally just pull over in front of the house. Parking spot, parking
Okay.
space, driveway.
Yeah. I'll just say parking. There you go. Pow.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're going to change, and then we'll change allowances to projected fixture projection. Ooh, I like that even better. Yeah. Okay. So, and I want you to explain to them that, hey, this is based off of what, where I've seen, Bellevue Nice land for a bathroom, for a kitchen, and just say that, and I would tell them that the interesting thing here is cabinets, same size cabinets, could be $15,000, which are particle board ready to assemble from RTA. They could also be 150 grand made by midget blind Amish driven in on a horse-drawn wagon from Western Pennsylvania. It literally, yeah, it's like whatever your budget is, we can spend that.
Right.
But for Bellevue Nice in the bathroom, I think your kitchen's a little low in finishes, because like how many square foot of cabinetry? I mean, I take that back. You said this is going to be a very basic kitchen, right?
Like efficiency basic.
So like what, five cabinet boxes and a hood?
Yeah, 5 boxes, like a cooktop, countertop, very basic appliances. I don't even know if they're gonna buy new appliances.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Okay. Everything else, end of June. Don't just say for his measure meeting. Yeah, you could say end of June. And okay, so here with your close, just say we had a last minute reschedule, so we have the month of June open.
Okay.
All right. You ready to present this to me, dude?
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Let's do this. You're presenting in 38 minutes, right?
38.
Okay, let's do this.
Can you hear me?
All right. Hit me. Yeah, hit me. You can see the page, right?
Yeah, I just have it open on my screen, so I don't have to follow yours, so it's a little bit smoother.
You ready
on
to
my
go?
end. Think so.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Hit me. Let's go.
All right, Lane, how you doing today?
Lovely.
Good. So I'm Peter. I'm your project director for NSS Home. Today we're going to be going over your project investment and concept design, otherwise known as design and feasibility. Starting off, hiring designers, architects, and contractors can be dangerous. So House did the study where 72% of residential remodels exceeded budget by 20% or more. So on a project, 200,000 remodel, that's potentially $40,000 in hidden charges.
Okay.
Okay, so how we keep things transparent and prevent those 20%, the budget by 20% or more, how we keep things transparent. So we start in phase one. That's the design and feasibility assessments where we're at now, where details drawn out and specified, a complete set of permit-ready construction documents that will lead us to phase two, which is transformation of your home, where we provide to you a fixed price contract, no games, fast, hassle-free, and on budget.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so this is how we get there. So we call this the price value guarantee path. So where we would just start with this meeting, which is design and feasibility. And the next step would be the measure meeting. The measure meeting is where we send out our measure crew team. It's usually 1 to 2 guys. I'll partake in it as well. And this is where we get a good idea of the space. So we get everything measured out to the 16th. So we can provide you 30% numbers. And that is just a confidence rating that that number will be on your final fixed price. Next, we would take that to our drafter. We would design your space as you specified in your scope of work, and we would present it to you with a red line meeting, red line one. There's usually 1 to 3 red line meetings where we can provide to you 50% numbers. Next is the fun part, which is selections. That's when you get to pick out your fixtures, your finishes, your flooring, your tile, your countertops, make everything in your space you. Next would be budget check-in, 85% numbers. So the thing about budget check-in, this is where most builders take their projects into build, but we like to take things a step further where we have upgrades day and vendor pricing. That's when we have the whole team, all of our subcontractors, multiple trades come in. They verify the scope of work. They verify their price. So we can give you a fixed price build proposal, 100%, no change orders.
Got it. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Sweet. So this is how your typical design build process works. So one thing that we found is you can track by studying how they're compensated. Okay. So typical construction company, general contractor, they'll have a salesman that would come out. They have signed a single agreement. You don't own the plans, they do, and the salesman is motivated only by signing the contract. After that, it gets sent to the designer, has no idea what your budget is. Your project, your salesman moves on, isn't part of your project whatsoever. All the conversations you had are oblivion on, never be found. And then you have your designer pass it on to the lead carpenter. This is the first time they typically see the project, and how they find their lead carpenter is they take their most senior field employee and expect them to produce the project within budget and time. The problem with that is these guys, these lead carpenters, are typically compensated by the hour. So they don't really have an incentive to complete your project on time or on budget.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is how we do things, the NSS design build process. So we take this whole team approach. So you sign a separate agreement, design, then build. If you don't like the design or the budget, you still get a copy of the plans and you're free to shop them. The project director is motivated by getting your project to built, not signed. Right. So then your project director, project manager, and design partner collaborate. The PD, project director, and the PM, project manager, guide the project through completion and are compensated for getting the project built with minimal problems. You know the project will come in on time and on budget. Then the project director and the project manager work their strengths by guiding the project to build. Project manager is motivated by building the project on time. The project director is motivated by building the project on budget. So how they're So we'll study the compensation. The guy that you see here in the beginning, your project director, which would be me, is there through the entire build all the way up to collecting an check.
Hey, Peter.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Peter. Are you reading from a script?
No.
You're not?
No, I just did this like 4 times last night, and I just kind of read off it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I mean, like, it doesn't sound conversational, but that's okay. Let's go straight to the close, and I want you to hit me with the close.
Okay. Okay. So our next measure meeting is end of June. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But
Okay.
like I have no,
And
I have no context for that. You'd say, so, hey, the next step is to schedule your measure meeting.
all right. So the next step would be schedule your meeting, and then our measure crew comes out. They measure the space, and our next available
Okay.
appointment is the end of June. Fortunately, we had a reschedule. So if we're not able to schedule this at the end of June, unfortunately, we're not able to schedule another one until December.
Okay. That's a problem.
What do you think we should do from here?
Well, just going back to that budget range,
Mhm.
like, is there any way we can get a more narrow number here?
Yeah, for sure. That great question. So to do that, we can't give you a more narrow number or an exact price until we have every stick and brick estimated. And how we do that is through the design
Mhm.
and feasibility, the design contract. There's a lot of things I'm not
Mhm.
qualified to tell you, and there's a lot of things that I don't know. For example, be your septic. I don't know if that can handle both units, and that's something that would have to have an engineer come out and look at. And unfortunately, they cost money.
Okay. That makes sense. And so is
Okay.
all this 15 grand due today?
No, great question. So what we would require to process the next step would be a $500 deposit towards your
Mm-hmm.
design and feasibility, and the balance of the design retainer would
Okay.
be due at the measure meeting.
Okay.
Does that sound
All
fair?
right. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, sweet.
But Peter, I mean, like I want to do it. I just
Mm.
kind of just need to think about it, talk about it with the wife.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I haven't given you enough information to not think about it.
Hey, Peter, no. Hey, when you
Mm.
get we never argue with them. So when you get the whole wife or I need to think about it objection, they're overwhelmed. So
Mhm.
so the way we so the way we break that down is okay, great, not a problem. Didn't want you to make a hasty decision. When do you think is a reasonable time to get back to me? And then whatever date they give you, you tell them that's not going to work, and you give them a specific time slot. 6 days to a week out.
Okay.
Right? You're like, hey, I wish that would work, but fortunately, I'm booked solid next couple weeks. All I have is next Wednesday at 5 p.m. and or next Thursday at 2 p.m. is which is more convenient for you.
Okay.
Okay, and then once they pick that down, you're like, okay, so I do have one more concern. May I share that with you? And they'll be like, yeah, of course. You're like, okay, so here's the deal. I will be shocked if this measure meeting is still available by Wednesday of next week. And the last thing I want for us is to meet again. You're ready to move forward, and I'm not in a position to serve you until next April. So I tell you what, why don't we just swap some paperwork? I'll take a completely refundable $500 deposit. And if for whatever reason you don't want to move forward, I'll give you your money back. I'm just looking for a micro commitment from you to justify turning away likely future business. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Right. But all good. Hey, I just had a cancellation. May I ride shotgun on this close with you in 20 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right. So, hey, we're this is I think I love the numbers that are put together here, and I think we're going to get ourselves a deal.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Yeah. Okay, man. Well, and then tomorrow, do you want to meet to go through the risk report on that deal that already has plans?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that one I'm looking forward to.
Did you want to do what time did you want for that?
To meet, you know what? Why don't we do same time tomorrow?
Okay, 1 p.m.
Yeah, is that cool? Or do you want to do later? I
No,
could
we
I
can
could
do 1.
also do I could do 3 o'clock your time.
Um, we can do 1 p.m. or earlier. Let's do that.
All right, we'll do one. Cool.
Okay, perfect.
All right, pal. Does the client have the Zoom link? Would you shoot that over to me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I'll see you in about 20 minutes. I'll show up 10 minutes early.
Sounds sounds good.
All right, pal. Hey, so let's talk next steps. More than likely, based on what you shared with me, we're going to get this today, and we'll get the risk report deal we're going to do tomorrow. That addition. So you gave the red line 1 revisions to Oscar, the drafter.
Yes, sir. I completed those last week. It was kind of late, so he just got back to us this morning. He had some questions. I responded to him, so we should have a clear course of action.
Okay.
If you respond to what I responded to.
Yeah. Do you think did he commit to Monday completion?
Oh yeah, he said that was fine.
Okay. So what I would do is I would present that to the homeowner first, get them to sign off on it. Then we'll send it to the designer for elevations, and then when that's done, we'll estimate it again and present before we send this to selections.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. How long do you think the permitting process is going to be?
I think it's going to take at least 2 months.
All right. So more than likely, this is going to build in October.
As soon as we finish the design, yep. So,
all right.
I mean, it goes as fast as slow as they want it. So,
yeah. All right. Let's get this to permit ready before July 1. That way we have a chance in hell of getting this thing finished before January 22nd. Okay. All right, man. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. See you then.